Okay, so pile number 3 features this like Totoro with the chicks in the stew and a tiny little rabbit on a carrot. I don't know if you can see, so cute. If you chose this stew, then this pile is for you. Let's look at your main themes before you look at the Fae guidance and then the Shadowscapes, the mini Shadowscapes versions that I got about your month of March. So if we see 6, it could be Gemini, love, might be it could be Lover's card in tarot, but in the good tarot it is love, and 6 is a number of compassion. Then we have Ace of Fire. Okay, so some of you guys may be very passionate in this pile. Ace of Fire. There's like a little fairy on top of this lantern here. Ooh, and then for your Fae guidance, you have He of the Fury Sword. Number 4. Okay. And then we have, for the details of March, you have 7 of Pentacles. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Lovers, and that's in reverse. Wow, we have love twice. So romance and relationships, or maybe a love hobby or something of yours is maybe gonna be involved here. And regarding your passions here, it could be decision making as well in love. The Lovers. You might also be a Gemini. Again, this is a Gemini sign. 2 of Swords. Okay. The Tower. And you have 8 of Wands. There's some cards here reversed, but I'll read them upright. Okay, so I do see yellow here a lot, so that you guys might have to work on your solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus is about your identity and not necessarily self-esteem. Could also be sexuality. It could be about your identity. You might be feeling lost in some way with regards to your confidence, or I'm getting strongly identity for some reason. Okay, so if you guys are not really, love is not your focus, then this pile might not be for you. This can also be about self-love as well, that you need to bestow on yourself. But I do see there's a lot of love and passion going on with Ace of Fire. So there might be this month an ability, like a chance, an opportunity to start something very passionate with regards to love, whether romantic or family wise, rekindling the love, spending more time together. I do see like a romantic love is highlighted here, but it doesn't have to be. Spending more time with your pets as well if you guys are working from home. This is mainly based in March 2020, but this is timeless. So anytime you come across this, might be the time that you need to listen to these messages. So with regards to love, there is a possibility to rekindle that love, either with yourself or someone else. This is multiple meanings. However, we have Lovers again twice. So love and Lovers, very much highlighting relationship love. Now, for those of you who are single, this could be love between your friends, love for yourself, and this could be a love regarding your passions, like your hobbies, your interests, what sparks your passions, and joy. This is very much of kind of like action. This is about action, putting things into action, maybe transforming your love into action, into actual action and not just words, I'm getting as well. Speaking of action, that's what this Fae card, He of the Fury Sword, is like a singer in the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud. It's very gorgeous, by the way, this hardcover book. And he talks about He of the Fury Sword is one of the singers. I get a lot of singers when I pick for myself. So this is about, it's kind of like a form of angels, or these type of fae. The fairies are very much look up to these type of like beings. They're like light beings. They almost remind me of angels, or archangels, and they're very powerful, and they're like multidimensional. They carry a vibrancy or a song of either harmony, peace, and in this case, this is about divine action and divine masculine. Kind of has a little bit of a phallic kind of picture as well. This reminds me of I call him Big Mike, but Archangel Michael's sword as well, and the crown there. But this is all about, co-creating with spirit, the universe, for the highest good as well of yourself and others. Taking your thoughts and transforming them into action, about planning things into reality and taking guided steps for action, for sure. And the angels might also be helping you all with this regard. With regards to love and passion, okay, let's take a look at the details here. This, like I said, love and passion can be very different things. It can be regarding your job. It can be regarding your personal interests. It could be putting more self-care and love into yourself, if it's not relationship-wise. Now, gosh, really thirsty. Okay. So for pile number 3s, the 7 of Pentacles is you guys are waiting for a result in the earthly matters to manifest itself. Perhaps there's like some kind of dream or wish that you want to come true, or you've planted some seeds with regards to what you want to do in your life at this time, whatever that is. You're waiting for, and you're assessing for whether or not it will bear fruit, or if there's going to be any rewards with regards to this. And it's telling you it's kind of like asking you to be more patient, because like I said, this fruit that this beautiful Fae is carrying, this basket of fruit that she has, some of it is not yet ripe. So maybe the timing is not quite right yet, but it's almost there. To be very patient, that whatever ideas and wishes you wanted or is going to come and bloom, and it'll ripen, but it's taking its time. It's still growing. It's still ripening. Whatever fruits of your labor or your wishes and thinking were, whatever it is being set in motion right now, being created behind the scenes by the universe and your guides and your higher self, and the angels are all helping you, maybe even the spirit animals as well. But it takes time for really good things to grow. And that's what it's saying, to just be patient and just keep waiting. I know it's frustrating, but to keep waiting. It might also not be the right timing at this time. But the Wheel of Fortune is turning. So I feel like whatever you put into the world, whether that's good or whether that's bad, it can return back to you many times fold. So this is like if things were in dire situations for you, things are looking up for you again. But it's what you choose to what you choose to plant. Like if you choose to plant some negative things, it might always have the negative result. Like if you believe in positive things, sometimes it might not be what you want as well, but it's what you need, is what I'm getting here too. And this Wheel of Fortune is about, either luck being on your side, or this is like things are turning out for the better, whether regarding your love life or with regards to self-care and loving yourself. Something about nurturing something, and doing things out of love and compassion. There's some kind of change for waiting for you in March as well, if you choose to. But you just have to plant the seeds of thought and take guided actions toward whatever it is you want to do, and ensures that this is for your highest good and whoever else is involved, so that things can get rolling. But there's some kind of change. If you're feeling stagnant with this 4 here, this stable, but I also feel like it could also be stagnancy, is like opportunities, and maybe your way of thinking will change, so that you will kind of get the ball rolling kind of thing, and you will come out of this stagnation and take action. But right now before you take action, there needs to be maybe some patience, maybe planning out what it is that you want to do and how you want to do it. Because I do see the Lovers, so things might be turning well for you guys. Whoever, if you were looking for love or you're in a relationship currently, there might be some new love aspects coming up for you guys. And if you're single and not wanting to mingle, this could also be about choosing what brings you joy and what brings love into your life, either for yourself, through your friends, through your family, something like that. This can also be deciding between two things. And the reason why I said deciding between two things with regards to what brings you love, joy, and passion, it is because I see a Two of Swords. So this is usually an impasse. You see this dove has a heart dangling here, and it's like this hooded person has a sword and is not wanting to. For some reason, the heart is right there, but they kind of blocking themselves off. Is what I'm seeing here. You might be blocking yourself off from love for some reason, and this might be because you were hurt in the past. I do see love there, and then there's a lion. Maybe you'd rather be like me. You'd rather give affection to your pets or whatever because they reciprocate that unconditionally. And maybe some of you guys have been hurt before, and you kind of very reluctant to open your heart again in case it gets chopped off by this sword. And you have your walls up perhaps, or again, this is about indecision about something that maybe will be able to give you love and joy, but it is a risk. Maybe you're afraid to take a risk is what I'm getting as well, or you might be in a crossroads of your life, and there is a possibility for love and joy there, but you're kind of very hesitant. I find there might be indecision in your life at this month in March. And this indecision is all because either something's happening that's going to shake up your world, but there's definitely a Tower moment. So something sudden will occur, that may occur in March, that will change your whole world around, that will kind of take you by shock or surprise. And it is the universe and way for the divine to kind of the world kind of does this to move something out of the way, an old paradigm shift or an old way of life or an old way of thinking or behavior, to make room for something better. Because whatever you guys were in before, whatever situation, whatever thinking or behavior you were doing before was not working for you. You were not moving on for your best, highest good and best self or your best interests. So this is why the Tower moment is occurring. There is some kind of insight that you need to learn from this. Whatever situation or shake-up, surprising news, an event that might be shocking, it will definitely shake up your world. Now, this is, in the end, this is for your highest good, but the time that this occurs, you might not see it this way. This could be job loss, this could be relationship loss, but it doesn't have to be a loss. It could just be for example, the road got blocked off at work and you have to take another road. Something like that, a change in your routine that will shake your, predictable. It's not predictable, this change. It is a sudden change, and it might be a big change in how you do things in your everyday life, but it is lightning. This lightning is from above. This lightning was sent to spark maybe some kind of passion or love back into your life, or some kind of joy if you're feeling very I'm thinking dead inside for some reason. Some of you guys might be very emotionally closed off, and suddenly the sudden change will cause your emotions to finally release and flare up, and you'll be able to feel emotions again. Because I feel some of you guys have been blocking yourself from feeling any emotions, maybe regarding pain and maybe trauma from the past, but there's love and joy trying to get in there. So something big has to change, whether in yourself or externally or both. In order for you to, I'm thinking whatever love and joy, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, it could even be a situation, or you might be buying yourself something that gives you a lot of love and joy. But it is about being your authentic self and using that love and joy to give and receive that, and reciprocal, to give and receive love, whatever, even giving and receiving love is what I'm getting into whatever it is that you're doing, because that will return back to you in different ways, okay? And it might return back to you in very fast ways as well. With Eight of Wands, there might be a lot of messages coming to you at this time as well if you're reconnecting with people. This Tower moment, I keep looking at this Tower moment. Another thing that came to my mind is with this Two of Swords and this Tower is, if you're so undecided, you can't make a decision, and even though you're supposed to. If you procrastinate too much or you can't decide and you can't make up your mind, sometimes if you don't do it, the world will do it for you, or the universe or your guides or whatever it is will do it for you. So you have to make a change, something like that. There's some kind of change that you need to make, or a decision you have to make, or else, it will be thrust upon you. There's something that you have to make that you might be indecisive or impatient to do, or not have the patience to go through with some sort of decision or choice or action. And yeah, it will come through really fast. So I feel like I need to clarify a little bit more with the let's clarify the Eight of Wands here and the Tower moment for pile number 3. I call okay, and I got here the Page of Swords in reverse. So Page of Swords is a lot of inventive ideas. This is about a message or starting something new with regards to a thought. And with a Tower, this sudden change might even be your own doing, if not the universe's way of doing it. It could be someone who is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. But this is someone with who might be very clever, who might like to read or like strategize things. They might be a tad bit impulsive as well and a little bit sassy, but they have very good ideas. It could also be yourself, and there'll be a sudden idea for you to change things from how you usually do things or from how you usually think. And let's see, most likely outcome for pile number 3 for their so it's asking you to be patient. Here's what I'm getting: to choose love and joy over anything else. And yes, there is karma. So whatever it is that you sow, whatever it is that you reap, whatever thought or actions that you did in the past, it is going to come back. And this is karma, and this is justice. So make sure you do something in a righteous way and for the right reasons, because the repercussions of it will not just be one repercussion, there will be many. So one after the other is what I'm getting here. And that's what I'm getting with Eight of Wands. One after the other, after the other, after the other. Whatever thing you do, either in the recent past or in the past, in March, and moving on for March, there will be I feel like the wheel will be turning. Whatever it is that you're sowing with regards to your thoughts and actions, the wheel will be turning with regards to destiny or life or whatever it is. And if you don't choose love and joy, there is going to be a decision for you to choose between love and joy with something in your life. If you don't make the decision, maybe being too indecisive, maybe the Tower moment will happen. Something will end drastically, or sudden change that might shock you because you didn't make that decision that you needed to make. Now, whatever it is that you reaped. So whatever it is that, whatever thought or action, positive or negative, is going to come very fast. The results will come very fast and all at once. So to really make sure that, be careful, I guess, of the words that you say as well, and the thoughts and actions, especially the thoughts that you think, because this can be a manifesting pile where whatever thoughts and actions you did and thought, it's going to reap now, whether good or bad. The justice will come. So the karma in this pile is very strong. You might be ending something like a karmic relationship with someone. That you could be asked to choose a new chapter in your life that will determine, good versus bad kind of thing. This is all about it can also be about legal things as well. You might be, some of you guys, for some reason I'm getting separation or divorce, but this doesn't have to be something to do with law or the government that you might be having some kind of impasse with, or you just can't wait till it's over kind of thing for just a few of you. This can also be about the legal system. But it is about being careful with your words as well as signed contracts I'm getting, and to be patient with the results because it is coming. And as long as you did something out of the goodness of your heart, whatever will follow, no matter how the old is going to have to crumble for the good to come through and be built again, just know that it is happening for you and not to you. I know it's very difficult for people to accept, even me at this time, but that there is justice. Like, if you behaved as honorably as you can for the right reasons and you did what you did, then good karma begets good karma, and it will come fast, and it will come in multitude of ways and forms with regards to opportunities, people, stuff like that. So I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, okay? Pile number 3s. To make sure that you do take action, to not wait too long with regards to some kind of choice or indecision. You already know what to do deep down inside. To choose love and joy for yourself, whether that's in a relationship. If it's not relating to people, then it might be choosing love and joy for yourself and in the long term. And this can also be related to some kind of project, passion project, or something that ignites your passions and inspirations, that will make you feel happy, contented, and joyful. And if the decision is not made in time, because you've been putting it off too long, the universe will make that decision for you, and it might be very startling as well. But what you put into the world will come back out to again. This is what I'm saying with the karma. So ensure that wheel of fortune, whatever it is, if you've had a bad string of, not such good things happening, it's going to be changing for the better. But if you've been putting bad things out into the world, that will be true as well with regards to what's going to return to you. So the premise is, and so what the cards are showing. It's kind of a little harsh, but to make sure you're honest with yourself and to take action, you can always remedy a situation with regards to any kind of thinking, behavior, or action that you've done, okay? It's never too late, guys. And I hope whatever, things will get better for if you guys are doing some hard times right now. There is a wheel of turning there, so things are going to be changing for the better for you guys. Alright, thanks, pile number 3s. I'm going to move to the last pile number 4, before I lose my voice. Okay, let me just sip my water. Okay, pile number 4 is, if you chose this green tea, this message is for you. Hopefully you guys have, stayed hydrated and nourished up. So we have the main themes, then the Fae guidance, and then the detailed tarot for the smaller version of the Shadowscapes here. So for the good tarot, we have the Sun. We have 19. Messenger of Fire. And then for the Fae guidance, you have the Master Maker. This little glowing ember stick, huh? Okay, and then for the detailed stuff in March, you have the King of Wands. Ooh, look at this. There's like, is that an octopus? No, it's a lion. There's a lot of lions here. Some of you guys might be Leos, I'm getting here. Some Sagittarius, maybe. It can also be Aries. King of Wands, so there's a lot of reverse, but I don't usually read reversals. You have King of Wands in the Chariot. Some of you guys might be a water sign here, specifically Cancer. You have Knight of Swords. This card's so pretty. Ooh, you have a Ten of Swords. And you have the Four of Wands. Okay. The emotions of this pile is a little bit up and down. Yeah, this is what I'm getting for this pile. I do see yellow, some red here. Some of you guys might be disappointed or hurt about something this month. This might be a sensitive month for some of you guys in pile number 4. Okay, let's start with the main theme. So the main theme here is to focus on optimism and some good things coming your way with regards to abundance, joy, really good outlook with regards to the sunflower here. Good things are coming. Good people, good things, good moments. Happiness is coming for this pile for March, and it's 19 here. So 9 plus 1 is 10. So that's the number of completion in numerology. You might also be, again, I'm getting Leo vibes here. Because of all these lions in the King of Wands, and also the Sun here is really optimistic, like keeping your optimism regarding a situation or your life at this time in March, and to do something happy, or maybe perhaps you will get a message that will make you happy. But Messenger of Fire is all about creative, like inspiration and going after like it's like taking action based on your creative inspirations, perhaps, or something that will inspire you to take action for some reason. Now, the Master Maker, he is a fae. When I looked at the book, which is really beautiful, by Brian Froud here, Fairies Oracle, he says that the Master Maker is almost like a perfectionist here. The number 22, there's like double numbers here, a master number. That's a master number. Master Maker is a master number, and this is all about aiming your standards very high. Like don't settle for less is what I'm getting here. Aim for a high standard, and then when you reach that standard, like go beyond, above and beyond as well, giving 110% to whatever it is you're doing, to make sure that you always do the best for, and be your best self, and output the best things. This is all about common sense as well. To use your common sense, and whatever you're creating for yourself, whether that's a goal, a dream, a form of action, it's saying to, of course, be practical and make common sense, but make something beautiful and not half-ass anything in March. In 2020, I feel like this person definitely does not half-ass things. This fae actually is very particular. This is all about looking at the fine details as well, paying attention to the details, and to make sure that you give your all in everything in what you're doing, especially with something that is very passionate and makes you happy. It's worth the time and effort to give 110%, right? Instead of just like 50%. Because that things that are worth keeping take some time, and it takes a lot of work as well. And that is what he is. He's a master maker of beautiful things that stand the test of time. So if it's not a project that you're making, or creative project for some of you guys, you might be making something like with regards to a goal or dream to manifest in the reality, and you have to make sure that all the corners are filled, that dot your T's and cross your dot your T's cross your T's and dot your I's, to be kind of meticulous, being very meticulous so that you don't miss anything and there's no holes or gaps in whatever you're getting yourself into, to make sure that you'll be really proud of the craftsmanships. This is all about crafting your reality for yourself, and getting in touch with your passions and what lights you up, what brings you joy, right? This reminds me as well, because I binge watched The Mandalorian. This reminds me of The Armorer, the one, the Mandalorian is like a creed of these really powerful warriors in the space, and as you can tell, the armor is the one that actually forges the metal, forges the metal with extreme heat. So maybe there's some pressure that some of you guys are going to be going through in March that you're feeling, but you can transform. You might be very good of performing under pressure, grace under pressure, and mold something beautiful out of a situation or yourself. And you might be very surprised at the results as well if you give 110%. That is what I'm getting for that one. And I also did have to read the card meaning for that, because I'm not familiar with his oracle cards. Okay. I need to take a breath there. Okay, so King of Wands is definitely about following your passions and being super confident in whatever it is you're doing. You might as well be standing in your power and building your confidence with regards to something that lights up your interest, with regards to your intellect, your emotions. Something is gonna grab a hold of your interest here, and you're going to act with like sure confidence about something in March. And you're going to be going after that goal. Like, look at this lion, it's gonna eat the sun. Holy cow. Or is it a sun or just a fireball? I'm not sure, but definitely like a lot of action here. So you might be very busy in March and taking a lot of action in dreams in March with regards to pursuing what you like, your passions, or pursuing something and taking action. There's a lot of action here. And it's all coming from his back as well. Like, wow. So this is all about your willpower, I feel. Because this spirit lines are coming out of his back. What the heck? And there's like fire here, fireball. This is like you might be getting some kind of creative or spiritual illumination that's going to like light up your life, like literally. If you were in darkness, it's going to light up your life. It's going to build your confidence, and you're going to be creating something and mastering something perhaps in March that will bring you a lot of joy. And it might bring a lot of people joy as well. And with regards to the Chariot as well, this is regarding, because King of Wands is a very confident and warm card, and very like inspiring, kind of like a role model, like a Leo in a way. You might have a really bold presence as well to others, or some people see you that way if you don't see that. But the Chariot's all about kind of like, with your sheer persistence and with your sheer will, you're able to kind of like go through. You can even part the waters. It reminds me of like Moses, but like with these unicorns here, you can part the waters of doubt with your confidence and assurance, and your abilities, your creativity and inspiration. There's something that will give you that passion and inspiration that will allow you to move, instead of mountains, move like water and let it part for you. You'll be creating kind of opportunities for yourself, with regards to wanting to do something based on joy and based on your passions. And the Chariot is about, if you're going through a tough time, you definitely will persist through that with your own willpower. You're very strong-willed perhaps as well, because I do get a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire in this. So any of you might be strongly Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart. And maybe some air signs here, some Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I'm getting a lot of fire, a lot of wands and sun. So to, do something that you're going to build your confidence in, you might be mastering something that will give you, that is a passion of yours or creativity. This could also be about being passionate with someone, and like physically as well if you're in a romance. But there's going to be some kind of victory or triumph over a difficult situation, or just victory and triumph to whatever it is you're working on in March. And this is the two unicorns are working together in tangent. Usually there's one is a darker color and one is light, but this is like a unity in your thought and kind of focus, and you're able to part the water with that thought and focus with whatever it is you're passionate and joyful about. I do see as well that there's a crab here. You might be a Cancer. Yeah, this is attaining to a Cancer sign as well. This is the only water sign I see here. You could be a Cancer sign. There might be some emotions as well that will stir up your passions, I'm getting, and it might bring you a lot of joy. There might be a person involved as well. They could be any zodiac sign really, but I'm getting like they like light you up kind of thing, because there's a lot of fire here. They might be a fire sign and there might be an air sign. They could be a water sign as well. But the turtle is like surrounding this crab, and it looks like it's carrying, what is it holding, an egg? Maybe you have an egg of an idea with regards to something that will light up your life with regards to a passion and joy. And this is about listening to your emotions and feelings as well, because something is going to bring you a lot of joy and triumph, and it's definitely like creativity is involved here. A lot of creating something. It doesn't have to be creative, but there's maybe creative solutions to whatever problem you're facing. And there's a Knight of Swords here. This is like moving quickly with regards to a thought, okay, that you have. A thought that you have. There's thought and emotions here as well. So there might be a conflict between thought and emotions. Maybe there is a passion that you guys like decided to pursue, okay, and I'm thinking doubt comes in because this is a fast thinking. Maybe you want to do something and you had the persistence before and the willpower, but then you've got these doubts because Knight of Swords is about moving very fast, moving idealistically, wanting the best for yourself, and then suddenly you have this whammy of a Ten of Swords, which is kind of like a suffering, a disappointment, a being stabbed in the back feeling. You see all these birds almost like ripping her apart here, and there's a lot of red here. So this is like some pain or anguish or some sort of burden or disappointment that you guys are feeling that's causing you to not feel so great. And it could be due to some kind of thinking that you thought of. It might not have happened the way you wanted to, whatever this passion or joy, then this thing, this idea you had in your mind that would bring you joy and passion, it didn't turn out as you'd like or wanted. But this is all about kind of accepting the inevitability of life. The life is sometimes not always full of ups. There's also the downs. But this would allow us to be able to fully cherish the precious moments of Four of Wands, which is a celebration. It could be a marriage. This is about a joyful situation. And you see all these unicorn-like antelopes, and the fae riding on it and riding off into the sun. It's the sun, and there's sun twice. So you guys, whatever it is you guys might be feeling anxious or suffering from right now, I find that, the suffering, that's the worst. The worst has already happened for you at this time, and it will get better, and it might get worse before it gets better is what it's saying. And because you have so much happiness and joy, like, you just have to focus on what brings you passion or joy, and that will help you conquer whatever this feeling of despair and disappointment is, okay? And I feel like there is some joyful moments coming for you guys with this Four of Wands. You just have to be willing to accept that, and it can come in many forms. It could be a celebration of some sort, someone's birthday, maybe treating yourself out to something nice, like some food that you like, baking or cooking something, treating yourself to, I know a lot of things in public are canceled, but treating yourself in different ways, like self-care, finally, like, renovating your car, or like something like that, where you're doing something for yourself, or you might be connecting with others at a time that will give you a lot of joy. It could be, for some reason, I thought of someone giving birth. This is just for like maybe very few of you. But yes, something will spark your joy and will cause some celebration. But it is about getting over some kind of disappointing thoughts or fears. I feel like this could be fearful doubts about maybe your ability to get through some situation or to do something. And there is going to be joy. There's optimism there for you. There's happiness waiting for you. Okay? There's celebration as well. This could be also a relationship. This could be, a wedding as well. This could be baptism, some kind of celebration where people get together and most likely eat food and dance, but not necessarily. This could be enjoying having the ability to be really, really happy here with the sun. You might also be a Leo, but you have to stay very much optimistic and to see the brighter side of things in order to overcome any fearful thinking, any worried thoughts, anything that keeps you up at night. Okay, because you do have the persistence here. You can feel deeply as well, some of you guys, because you guys are maybe a passion pile with this deep ocean with this tortoise here, but this is just telling you to be gentle on yourself and not to be too harsh, not to not tread on your emotions and others very like in a very hard way, like to tread lightly, right? Is what I'm getting as well. To follow your passions and joys as well. Something might be inspiring for you, but you definitely need to take the life's ups and downs in stride to gracefully accept that, because it is happening for a reason, and that the worst will eventually, the suffering will end. Whatever you guys might be feeling some anguish, because you do deserve this happiness, and you do deserve celebration as well in your own way, as best as you can. Okay, that's all I'm getting for you, pile number 4. And I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to drink a lot of water now because I'm very thirsty and I feel like I talked a mile a minute. So I do apologize for that, guys. Just, yes, do look at the brighter side of things. Maybe watch something that will make you happy. Maybe an Instagrammer or like a YouTube video or a movie that will increase and bring up your spirits so that you can get over whatever this anguish, emotion, this disappointment or sadness is, and get out of that thinking and allowing it to take its course, of course, and having the sheer will and power, because you can do it. It's just you need to motivate yourself to do so. Okay, and a lot of happiness for you guys, pile, because you deserve to celebrate life and yourself for all that you are. Okay, and to make sure that you always gravitate towards the people and situations and things that bring you joy. And of course, moderation is needed. Not too much partying and stuff. You can't at this point because what's going on. But yes, you do have the ability to follow your passions here. Follow your passions and will bring you joy and inspiration. Okay, guys. So I hope that was interesting for March. You guys take care and subscribe and like my videos if you'd like. And I will put my Instagram up as well for you guys if you missed the intro, and you can DM me through there or through my Gmail in the information box in the About section of YouTube. And you guys take care this March, okay? Wash your hands, stay safe, and namaste. Bye.